Thank you, Brendan. Yeah, good evening to all of you. And it's uh, Brandon, certainly has been a mainstay in the company for a long, long time, and it's really good to hear from him as well. For those of you who I haven't met before, um, we, Pat, my wife, and I have been in the business for a long time. And there were things there that Brandon was just saying that really struck me. I think there might be a number of companies out there, new companies are saying all sorts of wonderful things, but you can only fake it for so long. And in the end, the company needs to stand up and actually do what it says it's going to do. And I think that's what we have. I can vouch for that for the last 30 odd years, more than. And yeah, for those I haven't met, I'm a doctor, I'm specialising in anaesthetics. I was very skeptical. So if you're listening to this evening, I would understand that fully. If you feel, I wonder what these guys are going to say, and, can I believe it? And truly, I can assure you, we have an amazing range of products. The quality is exceptional and has been for many, many years. So, it's something that you can be totally convinced about. And, I just feel that over the years, what convinced me about the company and in fact about the products were the quality and getting to hear from our scientific advisory board just exactly what was in behind it, and that convinced me. Obviously as a doctor you're a scientist and you want proof and you want that evidence out there. Evidence both by research, which the company has been at the leading edge of research for many, many years. And one of the members of our scientific advisory board who started that scientific advisory board many years ago was Dr. Arthur First. And I was just looking at some of his papers that he had written over, from I think the first paper I saw that he wrote was in about 1940 and worked onwards, and talking about chemotherapy and heavy metal toxicology and all those things. It's immense, the support and resources that the company has had over the years, and they've produced an amazing things. So I was convinced scientifically, but I was also convinced personally because my wife insisted that I take a whole range of products when I had hepatitis, and I could feel the difference when I started taking them. That's what changed my mind. And as I say, I was skeptical about it, but it really did make a difference for me. I'm just going to start sharing my screen with you. And this, I think, is part of the reason why you would want to use nutritional supplementation. I think you'll find that a lot of people feel they're pretty good right along the top here of this graph. The three stages, I guess, and you feel pretty good until you get a little older, and then things start to creak, and then they start getting creaking even more, and maybe you start getting sick, and wherever this ends up. I want to be well when I die. So at whatever point this is and whatever age I am, I don't want my graph to look like this. I want my graph to look like that, and rather be well when I die. And I truly believe that nutritional supplementation is part of that. Now, I'm sure you've all seen these pyramids. This is the basic food pyramid up to there, to the whole grains, and NeoLife Wellness pyramid has added that physical activity and weight management, and it's vital. So don't think that, oh, well, as long as I'm taking my supplements, I can do what I like with other food. We still need to eat our foods in those sort of proportions, as well as exercising and ensuring our weight management. Unfortunately, this is how our pyramids probably look mostly, except there's one thing I do believe is not necessarily so, and that is our physical activity and weight management is this broad top. I think it probably narrows down to a little pyramid of its own right on the top. We need to make sure that we are getting all of those things. Those are the things that are necessary for good health, all of them. It's the proportions that we are often getting them in. And in fact, the quality of those things, which is what makes a problem for us in the long term. So NeoLife started over 60 years ago following a research program looking at the TNN oils, the essential oils that are actually removed from our diets in the way that we're sorting them. And so if you look at the foundational products that we have, the very first thing that made such a difference were the TNN oils. Now, I'm sure that people who have been involved with the company for a long time say, well, here we go again. I can't state more strongly enough how important it is to have these basic things in place for the rest of your good health to happen. So the research that was done looking at the TNN oils, particularly in chronic fatigue syndrome people more than 60 years ago, just showed the benefits of putting those oils back into the diet, because those are the oils that should be there that are removed. And so by putting them back into the diet as a supplement, they found that they could get a real improvement in chronic fatigue syndrome symptoms. And basically, this is what happens. In a healthy cell, like this one here, you get nutrients that come in easily and waste products get out easily, because the cell wall is very flexible and very accepting of the passage of the nutrients in and the waste products out. This is a little factory. Your healthy cell is a factory, and it needs raw materials, but it also needs to get rid of the waste. So by having the cell wall in good condition, it makes that so much easier, because this is what happens in an unhealthy cell. If that cell wall is not as healthy as it could be, you find that some nutrients get in, but not all of them. You find that some of the waste products get out, but not all of it. And so that cell becomes less and less healthy. And the TNN oils can make a massive difference to that. And people find that they just feel more energetic. They have more energy. They're not as fatigued. And it's got nothing to do with calories or sugars or anything like that. It is purely enabling the cell to work the way that it should. And so that is foundational. And if you look at what the Scientific Advisory Board brought together, so when you look at that food pyramid, obviously the physical activity and weight management is not nutritional, but we advocate it strongly. It is important for your good health long term. And if you want to end up with this chart being right the way along the top and then dropping whenever that happens, rather make sure that you are managing your weight well and exercising effectively. The whole grains, that's really what we're talking about as far as the tree oils are concerned. So we know that getting those essential oils in will improve the cell health and the nutrient utilization. What that means is when you take in food, you are going to, because you've got the tree oils intact, you are going to be able to absorb those nutrients better and, in fact, use them in the cell better, up to 50% better. And that is what gives you that sense of energy and, lessening your fatigue that might be a daily process. And of course, this is always daily. Now, the next area that we need to look at are your fruits and vegetables. And here again, this was a truly a world first, and it was a unique product because the carotenoids are the pigments that you find in your fruits and vegetables, and they are potent antioxidants. Now, in the cell, what's happening here is these nutrients are coming in, they are being metabolized, and they produce the waste products, which are on the whole oxidation effective things, and you want to get rid of them. You want to protect the cell from oxidation. And that is where partly what the carotenoids are going to do within the cell. And here, along with it, comes the idea that you can improve your immune system by up to 37% in 20 days. Now, obviously, with all of the things that are happening, the COVID and other aspects of good health, we want our immune systems to be as effective as we can. And so you can boost your immune system by that 37% in just the 20 days. And what that is doing, and let me just say that statistic is not produced by NeoLife. That was produced by the US Department of Agriculture when they studied that particular product, the carotenoids, and they found that it could do that, along with a whole lot of other things. And the interesting thing is within this little canister, it has the equivalent of 115 kilograms of fruit and vegetables in these 90 capsules. So they really are a powerhouse of those those important antioxidants that are necessary for us to be able to protect ourselves from a lot of the degenerative diseases that we suffer. Things like cancer, things like heart disease, things like arthritis, things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. There we go. I was just about to forget about that. But you know, it's important to consistently have that in your diet in order to protect those cells of the body, because they are being attacked every minute of the day by those oxidants, because they're being produced in order to develop energy within the cell. So we need those things to be able to protect us today, not tomorrow, not next week, today and this minute. So we need to take those things in. And certainly with the carotenoids, I because of my genes, the genes I got from my father particularly, and because of our sunlight, I suffer with skin cancer. I've got basal cell carcinoma of the skin. And I've seen the carotenoids helping to assist there, helping to reduce the damage ongoing, and of course, new cancers coming. So you cannot convince me to drop these out of my regular diet. And then, of course, protein. We have a number of different protein products, but the particular one that I would recommend as a continuing part of your standard nutrition is the NeoLife shake. And that's been shown to be cardioprotective. In other words, it will help against heart disease. It will help in weight control, so to lower your body mass index and to get it into a situation where it is better for you, and to reduce body fat. But you know, I've seen people who are malnourished, and they might be malnourished, overly nourished, improve dramatically on the NeoLife shake. I've seen people who have been on things like chemotherapy and radiotherapy just improve their body's ability to handle those particular things. And so, you know, it really is one of the basics. And our shakes, all of them, contain all 22 amino acids. They have slightly varying other things in there, but basically they are going to provide you with all 22 amino acids that we need to be able to build muscle, to be able to build red blood cells, to be able to build white blood cells, so that they can then build antibodies and all of the things that are necessary for your general good health, improvement of your immune system. So don't forget about the protein. Protein is important for all of those things, and your weight management. I think it's important that we note that weight management is an issue, and that it is important for your general good health. It's not just a bodybuilding thing. Yeah, it really is important for your general good health. And then, of course, up to the fats, there are a lot of good fats. There are a lot of bad fats. And we really do need to understand that we can get the good fats, particularly where you've got the essential oils, but also the omega-3s. And those omega-3s are vital for anti-inflammation. It reduces the inflammatory response. Now, as I was saying down here with the carotenoids, where the carotenoids are antioxidants and help to reduce oxidation, one of the things that happens with oxidation is you're going to get inflammation if that oxidation is allowed to run free, unrestricted. And so the combination of carotenoids and omega really do help to reduce the inflammatory response. And if you can do those things on a daily basis, you can truly change the damage that is being done every day to the body cells. And if you do that consistently throughout a lifetime, you can truly change your degenerative disease profile. It's in our hands. It's our responsibility. Nobody else has the responsibility of looking after your body. And that is up to you. So sometimes we want to do that, but we don't know how. Well, here truly is a simple way of going about it. With the breakfast pack, using the Pro Vitality and the protein. Those give you those two give you every aspect of that pyramid. And it does it simply. It comes in this little sachet here. So there are the threonine, the carotenoids, the omega, and the vitamins and minerals. Now, we haven't spoken much about the vitamins and minerals, but in fact, they're vital. Under normal circumstances, in the old days, with food that hasn't been messed with by genetically modified or hybridized or any of those things, in the whole grains, in the fruits and vegetables, in the protein, in the fats and sugars, there would be the vitamins and minerals. But to a large extent, those are being processed out. And so by getting something like the Pro Vitality, which contains that multivitamin and mineral, along with the threonine essential oils, the carotenoids, and the omegas, that covers all of that food pyramid constantly. You have that on a daily basis, along with protein. You have covered your needs daily. And if you cover your needs daily, you're protecting yourself daily. So here is a very, very simple pack that allows you to do what you need to do. And you can mix and match. Obviously, you can get a Formula 4 Plus, which is the threonine and the multivitamin and mineral. You can get a separate carotenoid. You can get a separate omega-3, and of course the shake. So there are options of playing with it. But I must admit, this does provide simplicity. It's a sachet and a shake, and you have covered your daily protection needs consistently. So that's what I would look for. And I would, it's a simple thing. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard it before, and I understand it, but just make sure it is truly your foundation daily. And you can add other things to it. I mean, there's so many other things that are beneficial. But to look at your good health consistently, this really is a simple way of going about it. Thanks, Brandon. I'm done.
Thank you, Dr. Bland. Thank you very much. That was That was just beautiful. And you made it so easy for everybody to understand. And I'm excited because, you know, for the people who are new, who are, you know, hearing you for the first time, definitely they're going to use these products. They're going to start somewhere. And the best thing to do is to start somewhere. I know some people are going to be saying to themselves, should I not? Let me tell you one thing. You should be using these products because you're getting the best of the best. And don't go out and looking for the price, looking at the price, because the quality might be an issue there. What is in there or what is not in there also could be an issue. And our products, all of them, we guarantee quality and we provide the best of the best. So I urge each and every one of you to take these products and start using them from today or tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. God bless and take care of yourselves wherever you are, and stay warm. Thank you very much. Good night.